I have been to the Yukon Territory several times now, climbing to the peak of King's Throne, catching my first Arctic grayling and huge lake trout in the middle of nowhere, learning more about the history of First Nations and pioneers. Since my first trip in 2019, this has always been a special place for me. After 3 trips to the territory, it was time to expand my travel. I've always been told that I have to visit Dawson City, so it was time to make it happen in summer 2023. So, we hopped on Air North from Vancouver International Airport for the 2-hour flight and began this special 1-week journey from Whitehorse. Okay, finally getting the trip started. We're in Whitehorse, Yukon, and got here last night pretty late. Had a pretty good night's sleep, still a little tired, but we're ready for the long drive. We're heading up to Dawson City today. This is my 4th time in the Yukon Territory, but Linda has been here a couple times as well, but she has driven way up north compared to me, so she's gonna be the guide for this trip.
So we've been driving about an hour and we just stopped at Braeburn Lodge. I've been here twice and had some pretty interesting experiences, but delicious cinnamon buns and a really nice server, so we're gonna head in. Here we are, we just stopped at Five Finger Rapids. It's just off of the highway. As you see, it's a very popular spot. During the gold rush, the first stampeders had to pass through a really treacherous part of the river. A lot of these people had no boat building experience, and one of the first stops was at Bennett Lake, where they all handcrafted just makeshift boats. A lot of them, if you see old photos, they look pretty rough. And a lot of people went under when they got here. So it's called Five Finger Rapids. As you see here, the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 parts of the river that were flowing, now they have blasted through, so it was easier to get through. The stern wheelers eventually, when the cable was built, were able to pull themselves up to make it passable, and it was the main highway to Dawson City.
So what I love about the Yukon Territory is when you come to places like this, you got these really nice informative signs that you can read about the cultural background, the historical background, also the ecological facts that you should know in the area. Okay, we're supposed to be in Dawson City by 6 o'clock. I think
that's not gonna happen.
Put us 1 hour behind now because we just want to keep exploring.
Oh, there's too much to see here.
We're almost at Dawson City, and we're doing a quick stop because there's a moose. You can hear it in the background. Linda actually spotted it. It's moving, it's drinking water. We're gonna go out and see if we can get a closer look at it. It's a pretty big one. Yeah. It's a female. Good morning everybody, welcome to Dawson City in the Yukon Territory. We had a pretty good night's sleep last night after the long drive. Yeah, interesting place. The sun didn't really set last night. It got pretty dim around 2 o'clock in the morning for very briefly, and that was it. And we actually walked around town for a little bit around 11 o'clock at night. Just getting ready, and we're gonna go have breakfast. It's 10 o'clock in the morning, having a late start after 2 days of traveling around. And the plan is to drive up the Dempster Highway for a little bit today and do some fishing for grayling. Okay, so we've been driving for about 45 minutes on the Dempster Highway now, and we just got into Tombstone Territorial Park. This is a beautiful park from the photos that I saw on Google, and I've been looking forward to this drive for a long time. It should take about 45 minutes to get through the park, and we're not going to film in this area. Just going to take a look. The landscape is definitely pretty amazing. The mountains on the horizon definitely look like tombstones, and oh my god, the trees, I believe the vegetation is going to change over time, right? Like,
yep.
Yeah, so
you haven't seen nothing yet.
No, so shorter trees, and we're going to slowly move into the tundra as we get closer to the fishing spot.
It was insanely rainy this morning, but the thing about the Yukon is if you don't like the weather, you just either drive an hour or wait half an hour, and now it's clearing up and it's nice and sunny.
The Dempster Highway is a 740-kilometer gravel road from Dawson City to the Arctic Ocean. Our plan was to drive a small portion of it through Tombstone Territorial Park. As you travel north, the transition of the ecosystem is quite evident as vegetation becomes smaller. The jagged mountains, on the other hand, were growing bigger. A quick rest stop at the Interpretive Center is a welcoming break while learning more about the region and its inhabitants. Lots to see in there.
Oh, it's pretty cool.
Yeah,
it's
just nice to, after an hour driving,
touch some skulls, touch some fur.
Take a break. This looks like so alien to me. It's just a vast amount of land with mountains on the horizon. But there is a river down there, and we're gonna try to get down there and try to catch a grayling. Make noises! that attracts him. How deep is it?
We're fine. I'm taking Rod to treacherous lands. We could probably find easier spots, and I'm like, no, we're going this way.
Gravel?
Yeah, right here.
Okay. Okay, let's go.
Just flick it out.
Yeah.
One just popped up right there.
Yeah?
Just leave it. Where is your... Told you!
Yeah, I didn't even see that fish, but Nina...
I looked at it, and I'm like, it went up and went down. I saw, oh, it's nice and...
Yeah, coming up, and yeah, it came up with the fry right away. That net.
Oh, sorry.
Pretty. All right. First grayling of the trip. I was getting a little nervous there because water clarity is not great. Visibility is only about a foot, and I thought maybe the fish can't see the flies, but here it is. Yeah, nice looking grayling. Beautiful. Look at the dorsal thing. It's just long and got a bit of a purplish tint and a few little black spots. Pretty fish. Nobody home except that one fish. We're gonna switch spots to somewhere else where Linda has fished before. She's caught quite a few in that area. Very close by. And yeah, the water's cloudy, just got an issue here. You gonna catch one today?
Yeah. I like this spot. Okay, I put rod in front, so if there's a bear, you know what this means? We follow it.
Yeah.
See over there?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Things we do for fishing video. Look at this, like submerged, just away from the riverbank. There's like moose prints out here, like indentations. Going by, keep going, and there's an angry moose. But who knew grayling would be so hard to catch?
For the first time.
For the first time.
Oh.
You know, the last time I was here catching grayling was back in 2019, and it was like one fish after another one.
Yeah, that's been my experience too, is just like you can't not catch a fish.
Honestly, there are so many graylings in this area, but today, really, it's the water clarity of the river. It's been raining for quite a bit since we got here yesterday, so
yeah, it's all silty.
Yeah, just condition didn't work out. Sometimes like that. We're gonna try a few more spots before we head back to town, but we got other fishing planned as well, so we're not giving up. Okay, we found a pretty good sized fish.
We did.
And we spotted it, staying in the same spot. It came up twice, and we're gonna try to get it. This is our saving grace. But closer, and like way closer. Yeah. But a little further out.
You think I'm trying here?
Well, I'm just trying to tell you where it is because I can see from with my glasses.
I know.
Right?
There you go.
Hey, there. Fish. Woo, Linda. Good job.
This is the hardest grayling fishing I've ever had. Which, you know what, I think it's better because when you find them, you get so many so quick. You're almost you almost feel bad.
Yeah.
Net. Oh, I got another one! Oh, crap!
Oh, we got another one.
I flicked my fly out. I flicked my fly out.
Yeah.
I'll bring this one in too. Oh no, no.
I'll grab it. Okay, you got it? Beautiful fish. Okay. Although we could only trick a couple Arctic grayling, my first trek along the Dempster Highway was indeed a special one. We made our way back towards Dawson City at 10 p.m. while the sun was still beaming down. Once we got back, we decided to finish our day at the Midnight Dome, taking in the great view of this historic town while having the late dinner.
So we just arrived at Midnight Dome, and it's about 10-11 o'clock at night. And I've just been taking a beautiful look at Dawson City. You can see the whole Yukon River and all of the city from up here. All the trees are insanely short here. It's all been, you can see the dredge ponds and the pools from up here. I'm exhausted. There is a beautiful storm happening across, and we think we heard thunder, but we didn't see it. And it's raining, and it is gorgeous. The weather here is absolutely gorgeous. come to the Yukon, you won't regret it. Everyone's like, why would you come to the Yukon? Like, you know, you tell people, oh, I'm vacationing to the Yukon. And everyone's like, well, what's there? And it's almost to the point, like, there's nothing in the Yukon. What do you mean there's nothing in the Yukon? There's everything in the Yukon. Absolutely everything. A lot of people, they come up to the Yukon once and they never leave. I kind of feel like that right now. It's too pretty out here to just go back home. I've left Rod and I kind of just feel like walking down this trail. He's making dinner. Oops. Sorry, Rod. So tempted to walk down this entirety of this trail behind me. Okay, I'll head back up.
We decided to spend day 3 relaxing and learning more about the city, which was once known as Paris of the North. From walking on the wooden boardwalk to passing by abandoned buildings, this place indeed feels like it's frozen in time. We also visited Dredge No. 4, which is now a National Historic Site. It's the largest wooden hull sluice dredge which mined plastic gold in the Yukon River during the first half of 1900. Parks Canada offers regular tours on site, which we highly recommend. Our tour guide Fred was passionate about telling the stories of Dredge No. 4 and the life of those who operated this gigantic machine. In the evening, we caught the ferry across this Yukon River and checked out the Paddlewheel graveyard along the riverbank. This was once the primary mode of transportation in the region. Today, these abandoned boats are tucked away among spruce trees. Okay, we're on day number, I lost count how many days we've been here.
Yeah, I don't even know what day it is. So
today's Friday, so it must be day number 4 here in the Yukon Territory. We just left Dawson City this morning and we're fishing in the lake nearby with our friend Lo and fishing for some pike before we head back to Whitehorse tonight. So he reckons this is well, he knows it's a pretty good lake, and we're hoping to get some fish, not only on the spinning rods, but Lena's gonna try fly fishing for them. I personally think pike fishing is pretty fun. It's I mean, they're not necessarily the greatest fighters, but I love the aggressive takes.
So what I've got on here is a fly my dad tied. So instead of a steel leader, we just extended the hook with wire, and it was working last year. My dad talked to someone way when he was young in the Yukon. They said pike like anything red and yellow.
Oh, go on.
Woo!
Testing out this
four-piece
travel.
Yeah, little guy.
Single barbless.
Yeah. Just stays there.
Yeah. Goes sinks back into the weeds.
Yeah.
Oh, no, because I got him.
Not super big. That's a good start.
There you go.
Yeah. Another one.
He just sprays it, hit the top of the water. Bang!
Pretty nice.
Oh, he's got something in him. Okay, so this guy, he hit it as soon as it hit the water, and we decided to keep him because he's a good eating size, and he also hooked himself pretty deep, and if we were to release him, he probably wouldn't make it. So we did the ethical thing, and he's now gonna go on the dinner plate.
Nice.
Oh.
I'm coming.
That was a big strike. Yeah, this is actually a pretty big fish too, I think.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. Okay. Oh, pretty big fish.
Let's get serious, Rod.
Okay,
That is something special. We said one fish is.
I know, right?
holy doodle.
Turn his head one more time.
Yeah. Oh. Another great day in Lowe's boat. Thank you so much.
Yeah, no problem.
That was awesome.
Fun having you out.
Yeah, even we only fished for like 3 hours. Feel like all day so far. This action jam-packed.
Food on a boat, lots of fish.
This has probably been one of our longer weed drifts, which has been productive.
Yeah.
Oh, look at that one, holy shit.
Oh, that's a big one.
Holy
That is a big one. Just cruising along.
Get him.
Oh, I get it. Where is it? Oh, right there.
There, just
Oh, yeah. There you go.
leave it there. Yep. Jiggle it a bit, jiggle it a bit, jiggle it a bit. Like, yeah. Go!
Oh,
I got one staring at, I got a big one, I got one staring at mine, a big one.
I got
Holy
one.
Holy that's... Oh, it's going down to the weeds. Oh, we're gonna get it out now. Oh, I should be able to get it out.
You're fine.
Almost had a triple.
That was a classic.
Another one, was yours like giant too?
I know, it's kind of the cookie
like...
cutter, but you caught the one that you guys saw?
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Oh, we're gonna get this out now.
Do you even have it still, or?
Yeah, I still got it. Oh yeah, still got it.
You're fine, it'll come out.
It's out. Woo,
oh, nice.
That was good.
That's fun when you can see them.
Lena just spotted this it's huge, massive fish just cruising along right beside the boat, under the weeds. So I flicked the fly down, did one jig, and it turned around, just wham, just grabbed the fly. That was a lot of fun. It's a pretty big fish.
We got a good one.
I got fish and weed over my line.
And on what fly?
Yeah.
That you laughed at when you first saw.
I wasn't laughing.
You laughed at it. You laughed. You're like, what is this? Look what you just got.
All right. I don't know how. Oh, that.
Yeah, nice one.
Yeah. Woo! That's a big fish.
Oh! Nicely done, Rod.
Yeah, thanks.
Let's do it. There we go.
Third time to charm, right?
We'll get her dialed in. We're off sync.
Yeah. This will be my biggest pike ever. Actually, the biggest pike on the fly as well. So let's take a look. I guess we'll drop the net. And Oh. Get flipped. Oh, there we go, yeah. Ah. There, that's a nice fish.
Hold it towards me.
You see it?
Yeah.
Yeah, we didn't want to bring it to the boat just because we're not keeping it. Want to keep it safe. Yeah. Alright, let's go. Uh-oh. A few weeks after I returned from one of the best trips of my life, my father passed away. My father had never seen a northern pike before, has always talked about wanting to catch one since moving to Canada 30 years ago. Right before his passing, I showed him this video footage, and although under the state of delirium, he was quite excited. It was the last fish I could proudly show him. I can't thank him enough for making opportunities like this possible for me. I was grateful to have the chance to finally visit Dawson City and the Dempster Highway. Special thanks to Tourism Yukon and Air North for making this trip possible. And I thank you all for your support as always. Please subscribe to the channel if you enjoyed this episode and leave a comment below. Until next time, good luck fishing.